What's up, world? It's your boy TT back at it one more again with Try Nitro Reacts. And today, we're going to be reacting to a strange turn of events. We only a month and a half into 2026, and we have self-proclaimed white supremacists, who happens to be an in-the-closet Mexican, Nick Fuentes, saying fuck Trump and fuck MAGA and urging his followers to not vote in the midterms. Would have never saw this shit coming. Wow. Let's get into this shit.
My message in 26, you could take it or leave it. Don't vote. Don't vote. Do not vote in the midterms. The Republicans have to lose.
Damn.
They have to lose. They have to crash and burn. A cleansing fire is the only thing that will save us. It cannot be fixed. Fuck them. Fuck Trump. Fuck MAGA. Fuck all this stuff. It can't be fixed. If it could have been fixed, it would have been fixed in 2025, but it wasn't. They made every mistake. Liberation Day, disaster. Doge, disaster. Big Beautiful Bill, disaster. Epstein Files, disaster. Iran, disaster. The personnel, Mike Waltz, disaster. Ratcliffe, disaster. Rubio, disaster. Pam Bondi, disaster. All self-inflicted. Trump.
He is cooking. He is fucking cooking. I can't believe I'm saying this shit. He's actually cooking. But who tried to warn y'all that this was gonna happen before y'all put that orange bastard back into office? We kept on trying to tell y'all what this country was headed for if y'all would have put him back into office, and instead of doing research and actually using your brain, y'all let racism, sexism, fascism, and fucking lack of education drive you to support somebody that didn't give a damn about y'all in the first place. It's all a cash grab. He sprinkles it with racism to make y'all motherfuckers happy, and he sprinkles it with sexism to make y'all motherfuckers happy. At the end of the day, the bottom line is to funnel money to his buddies and to make sure he can be protected now that the Epstein files are getting even closer to be revealing more information, which he is named in that bitch so many fucking times. But hey, MAGA, yeah, this man is really fed up. You can see it in his face. He is fucking fed up. Look at that face. Look at that face. He is pissed. He really is feeling these words, which is fucking crazy. Like, he came into this thing being a Trump supporter straight out of high school. So you can say he partially didn't know no better. He was watching all these fucking alpha bros and red pill fucking content that convinced him that MAGA was the way to go, because I think he confessed he's never had a girlfriend. He's a virgin. In some of his streams, he talking about he missed being able to joke about femboys or liking femboys because the group that he's a part of, or the MAGA movement, frowns upon it. So he had to step away from the femboy era. So maybe this whole time he was a op. He's a double agent. Wouldn't that be crazy if he planned this shit the whole time to infiltrate MAGA and get all of the youth and the people who are of age to follow him, and when the time was right, destroy MAGA from the inside? That would be fucking crazy and genius if you think about it. But hey, he is fucking cooking. Like, 2026, I never thought that TNT would be saying that Nick Fuentes is cooking, but on this shit, he is cooking.
Tried it your way. It didn't work. Fuck you. Now we don't vote. That's the message. Seriously. Can't blame anybody else. Bad advice, bad advisors, Biden's economy. Enough already. It didn't work. We're not voting. I'm staying home, and you know what? I hope the Democrats impeach him. I hope the Democrats impeach all of them. I hope they indict everybody. I hope they depose and compel the release of documents, and I hope they find all the criminal behavior, and I hope it destroys the GOP. I hope it creates a crisis for the GOP so severe that they never recover. And then I hope we get a fucking Nazi to run in 28. And I mean that metaphorically. I don't mean that literally. I hope we get a fucking fascist to run in 20.
What the fuck you mean you don't mean that literally? See, this is where I fucking be like, nah, fuck this dude.
28 to burn the GOP down as a dark horse and win the presidency as a right-wing radical. That is my hope. That is my playbook. That's what I want. I don't trust them anymore. They say, we just got to vote for Vance. No, shut up. I'm not listening to you. The same people that brought you this garbage now want to sell you Vance. I'm not listening. You fucking people told me that Trump was going to deliver a golden age and mass deportations and $2 trillion in cuts and charter cities and all this crap. You lied. It didn't happen. Now you're selling us on Vance? I don't think so. I'm not even.
Once again, who told you from the jump that it was all a lie? Like, do you not fucking listen to what this man says when he gets on TV talking about his plans for America? But y'all was so racist and sexist that you couldn't see Kamala Harris being president. That would have avoided all of this shit. And a lot of you fucking men who been hurt by women or want to see your baby mama suffer and shit, y'all went for this stuff. I ain't gonna say all, because a lot of black men still stood on 10 toes and went and voted for Kamala Harris. But it was a massive amount of young white males and Latino males and even Latino women and white women that voted against Kamala Harris because they just couldn't see themselves letting a woman of color be in charge, no matter if she's 100% black or not. They just couldn't see it, and now we gotta suffer for it. I hope y'all can survive these next 2 years, baby. That's all I gotta say.
Listening anymore. I'm not voting, and they could say whatever they want. Say whatever you want. Try and squirm and struggle and flail around. I am not listening anymore. I am not voting. I am not reasonable anymore. We all played that for the last, how many cycles? Were we the reasonable ones? Hold your nose and vote, lesser of two evils. We can't let the Democrats win. Okay, well.
Wait a minute. Did this motherfucker just say they were the reasonable ones? The ones who don't want rights for transgender and LGBTQ plus people? The same people who want to take out history from classes that talk about the civil rights movement? Rest in peace to Malcolm X. At the time of me recording this video, this was the day that he was murdered by the CIA. They want to remove that history from classes. They want to govern what women do with their bodies, but they the reasonable ones though. They don't want people raising money for kids' lunches at school. They want to take away welfare, fucking food stamps, any kind of government benefit that helps the less fortunate, which is fucking crazy because 80% of the recipients of that shit are not, but they are. But they the reasonable ones though. Man, let's get through this video. Lord.
We let the Republicans win. Look at what that has profited us.
Fucked around and find out.
Israel. I know it's profited Silicon Valley and Wall Street and the rich. What good is that doing us? What good is that doing any of us that live in cities like Chicago or New York or LA or even the red states for that matter?
Why do they always bring up Chicago and fucking all they conversations? Chicago always come up first. When you try to talk about fucking crime and violence and shit, or talk about racial acts that left people no longer here with us on this earth, the first thing they want to bring up is black on black crime in Chicago. like Mr. Kirk always did. You see where that got him. Anyway, let's get back to it.
It's not doing us any good. Ken Griffin, Trump's boy, is down there in Miami, back in the Democrat mayor over there. I'm out. You lost me. I voted for Trump in 2016 because Trump was an outsider, because Trump was a disruptor. Trump was going to destroy the establishments of both parties. That's not what he is anymore. And
like I said, a lot of these young people, they was of age to finally vote, and they was watching all the content on the internet at that time with podcasters pushing this shit, and it really got big after Biden got into office. All the podcasters started doing the whole Republican grift and getting people like him, well, he was already in space, but people like-minded like him to start following what they preach and shit. So when Trump first started running for office, everybody, even some of my friends, like, man, he was a businessman and he did this and he did that. Bro, a lot of his businesses failed. You want to put the keys of the car, which is fucking the United States of America, into the hands of a drunk driver? That's basically what it was. You put the trust and well-being of everybody who lives in this country into the hands of a man who does not give a fuck about starting and destroying businesses, firing people and destroying lives, lying on the Central Park 5 and trying to pay for, well, he didn't try, he did, pay for newspapers to run fucking stories and articles calling for their death, and they were innocent. But this is the man y'all wanted to fucking cheer for and vote because, oh, he's an outsider, he's going to disrupt things, he's not like regular politicians, he speaks his mind. No matter how fucked up it is, I'm going with him. Because it made you feel good about being dickheads, assholes, racist, sexist, and in the closet motherfuckers who don't really want to come out. Bottom line. And now, welcome to another episode of Fuck Around and Find Out. We're going to have plenty of episodes of this Fuck Around and Find Out season, baby. But let's get back to the video.
that's not what Vance is either, by a long shot. We need something else. I don't care where it comes from. I don't care who it is. All options are on the table, other than voting for the GOP. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Is that not what we have been doing?
Well,
Republican in 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. At what point do you say, let's try something else? We tried it that way.
Dummy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Nick Fuentes feeling defeated because his daddy Trump has betrayed him and his base. Once again, welcome to Fuck Around and Find Out Season Infinity episode whatever. Yeah, man, I never thought that I agreed with anything that fucking Nick Fuentes is saying, but he basically just fucking reiterating what we've been trying to tell y'all for years. Since the first time y'all voted him in and he almost destroyed the country and people lost so many lives because of the mishandling of C-19. And then y'all let him back in when we knew about Project 2025 and how they was going to gut the government and gut our pockets while the rich keep on getting to make money, never pay taxes on it, and secretly meet up on islands and diddle kids. But, now you're drawing the line. Was this before the files got dropped or after that you feeling like this? But regardless of the fact, man, if y'all like what you saw, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. It's your boy TNT with Try Nitro Reacts, and I am out. Fuck MAGA.